Today I'll be going over players to watch for the New York Jets versus Green Bay Packers. Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I'm talking New York Jets versus Green Bay Packers. Before we get started today, just wanted to mention you can follow on socials at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast. New episodes drop Wednesday. And of course, this video is brought to you by BUSR, the official sportsbook of Matt O'Leary NY. This is where we place our wagers. They are giving a match deposit bonus along with 25 casino chips. And today we'll be taking a look at player props and players to watch for live on BUSR. So let's do that right now. Let's go through. We will pull that up and let's get it started. Okay, we'll close out all my downloads. We'll start with carries. So in this game, AJ Dillon's line is 12.5. Not great value on the over or on the under, so probably going to leave that alone. Michael Carter's is 7.5. Remember, we are very big on the alternate lines and the alternate spreads here. I think those are the move. Breece Hall over 13.5 though is pretty nice value. I think he significantly goes over that. He had 18 rushes last week. I think the Jets' key to victory is running the football. So that is one that I would absolutely target in on. It's almost even money, so definitely worth a look. Now passing attempts, both set at 33.5. Wilson's to go over is minus 107. Rodgers is minus 126. Neither of those really jump out to me. I think that's probably, I would expect Rodgers to probably go over this number. Wilson, I think, will be right around there, so not going to touch it. Completions. Does Zach Wilson hit 20 completions? He has not this year, I don't believe. Minus 136 to go over 19.5. Under 19.5 would be plus 104. Rodgers is 23.5. And he is minus 107 to go over that mark. Interceptions. You're getting plus money at 0 interceptions for Zach Wilson in 6 of his last 7. Yep, there we go. 6 of his last 7 regular season starts, he has not thrown an interception. That one might be worthwhile to take. And Rodgers, who almost never throws interception, it feels like it is minus 286. If Sauce picks him off, or DJ Reed, plus 209. So pretty good value there. Passing touchdowns, Zach Wilson over 1.5 if he hits 2 passing touchdowns, plus 186. 1 or under for Aaron Rodgers is plus 137. Yards, here we go. Minus 114 for Wilson to clear 215.5. 240.5 seems right around where Aaron Rodgers is going to end up, so I wouldn't touch that one. Again, I'm looking for more for alternates, I think, here. Receiving yards, you got a whole bunch of guys in here. Breece Hall over 19.5. He hit freaking 100 last week. That is a gift. Elijah Moore, 37.5. He still hasn't been very involved, but I feel like that's a good bet for an over. Wilson, 45.5, I like. Corey Davis over 35.5, I like. Yeah, maybe Jones over 22.5. I think they're going to try to get the running backs involved. Receptions, Breece over 2.5. He had only 2 catches last week, so that's not the best value at minus 129. Plus money for Elijah Moore to get 4 catches. Garrett Wilson needs 5 catches for you to get plus money. Again, alternate lines are probably the way to go on these plays. Rushing yards, Michael Carter at 29.5. The over is minus 110. Where's Breece Hall's? 59.5 at minus 114. We'll look at a different line. Aaron Jones at 59.5, minus 117. Again, probably want to look for an alternate line here. Player performance doubles. Oh, that's like, okay, a touchdown and to win. We don't need to go through those. Carries at least. Here we go. So if Breece Hall gets 17 carries, that's plus 175. That looks pretty nice. If you think he's getting 20 more or more, that's plus 400. But I think 17 would be the number that I'd feel comfortable with. Pass attempts at least. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would touch that for Wilson. Rodgers, 38 attempts plus 159, maybe something like that. Attempts and completions isn't necessarily one that I like to look for. Yeah, don't love the value on any of these. To go, I don't think he's going to throw the ball a ton. He only threw the ball 21 times last week. And Rodgers, you have to get in the upper 20s to get plus money. Okay. Interceptions at least. Hey, what's a 2-pick game for Aaron Rodgers? Plus 700. A 2-pick game for Wilson is plus 350. I don't think he's throwing a pick this week. Passing touchdowns at least. Zach Wilson at 2 is plus 186. 3 plus 440. If you think Aaron Rodgers goes off, 4 passing touchdowns plus 555. Don't think that's going to be the case, but if you want to do it, you can. Here we go. Passing yards at least. How many do we think Aaron Rodgers is throwing for? He's been over 250 just twice. I don't think 241 might be the number at minus 115. Wilson, you want to bump up to 236 to get to plus 108? That's interesting. Receiving yards at least. Lazard to have a big day. I don't really like any of their receivers for these kind of props. I'm going to look at the rushing yards at least, but if Corey Davis has been a fan favorite or a favorite of Zach, gets you 66 or more yards, gets you plus 147. I'm going to get to the rushing yards at least. This is the area where I think you're going to have a chance to make some things happen. Breece Hall, at least 60. What if you go 90 plus 192? Or 100 plus 309? I think he has a chance to have his first 100-yard rushing day. 90 or more, though. Or even, if you don't want to be too greedy, 80 at plus 127 is pretty nice. Jones, I think, has a big day. I'd put him up around here and get him just over even money. Zach Wilson for 20 yards and plus money. Okay. Anytime touchdown scorers, we'll close out. No, we won't. We'll do some head-to-head stuff too. Breece Hall is plus 150 to get in the end zone. Corey Davis, 280. Elijah Moore's 270. Garrett Wilson, 250. Carter, 229. He had 2 touchdowns last week. If he repeats that, that's plus 1,500. Conklin's plus 400. Zach Wilson's plus 700. A.J. Dillon is plus 129. Aaron Jones is minus 143, but with 2 touchdowns, plus 350. Aaron Rodgers to run one in, 750. Lazard is 160. Randall Cobb, 179. Tunyon, 220. And Romeo Doubs, plus 170. The head-to-head matchups are interesting. More receptions, Lazard versus Wilson. Wilson's favorite at minus 136. Dobbs versus Corey Davis for receptions. There's a lot of reception ones. Completions, passing yards. Zach to have more passing yards is plus 134. How about rushing yards? Aaron Jones over Michael Carter is minus 589. Yeah, that makes sense. A.J. Dillon over Breece Hall. Yeah, no. Aaron Jones over Breece Hall. Breece is minus 120. Yeah, you got to lay a lot of juice on those. I don't like that line. I was hoping for a better line. Zach to have more passing touchdowns, plus 195. I would probably just go to the alternate route there. Here we go. Receiving yards. This is interesting. Elijah Moore is plus money to have more receiving yards than Lazard. So is Corey Davis also. He's even better versus Romeo Doubs. Tyler Conklin is plus 309 to have more receiving yards than Romeo Doubs. Interesting. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Those are the ones that jump out. I personally would be looking for rushing props. I'm looking at Breece Hall. I would look at alternate lines for him to have a big day on the ground, and potentially an alternate line for Zach Wilson passing yards. Those are the 2 that I would look to target. As for the Green Bay Packers, Jones rushing is probably where I would go. I think he is likely to have a pretty big day. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. What stands out to you? Who are you watching for? Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.